Welcome back, everybody. So we talked about some limitations we had when it comes to law of assumption. So for the third part, I just want to talk about 7 assumptions that you could replace your old mindset. So the first thing is everything is always easy and effortless for me. So that's one thing that a lot of us kind of struggle, come from that struggle mentality, that victim mentality, thinking that things are hard. So you literally just tell yourself the opposite. Your new story is that everything is easy for me. So you could say, why is everything so easy for me? Why is everything effortless for me? And just keep repeating that. Like, take a week and just affirm that while you're doing mundane things like washing the dishes, in the shower, driving to work. You have times where your mind is just on autopilot and you're doing things that are repetitive where you don't need to think. Just say, why is everything so easy for me? And you'll start seeing things get easier and even manifestations coming about. Or you could just say, why is manifesting effortless for me? Because everything is already set up to help you to succeed. It's just you're not looking at it with that perspective, so you're not able to reap that positive benefit until you decide that it's effortless instead of hard. Number 2, I always get everything that I want. So a lot of us don't have that experience. So this is something that can be pretty foreign to us. Even when we start telling ourselves this, it feels like we're lying to ourselves. Don't think of it as lying. It's just making a choice to have a different relationship to life. So now you're choosing that you always get everything that you want. So don't get discouraged if you're not seeing things pop up right away. Just like you were practicing the repetition of not getting what you want or that expectation, you're going to build the expectation that you always get everything that you want. And you don't have to feel anything while you're saying it. It's just programming it, programming it into your mind repetitively and just telling that new story. So no matter what, um, I always get everything that I want. So even if it seems like things aren't working out for you, the with the way that manifestation works is that once you tell a new story about how something affects you, it has to be turned around into something that works for your benefit or whatever story you're telling about it. So if you say everything is working out for you, that same issue, that problem you're going through right now is going to turn around to work out for you. One, it's going to teach you what you don't want. Two, it's going to teach you how to no longer experience that and who you want to be in your relationship to life and how things work for you. And three, it's going to help you discover what you're really capable of. The possibilities are endless. So just allowing yourself the opportunity to reap something positive from it, even if it's encouragement, strength, courage, just tapping into power that you didn't realize you had, that's still a positive thing. And now you could use that in every area of your life. So it's at a minimum, that's still a positive change that you made within yourself and how you operate in life. Um, Everything is always working out in my favor, so that kind of ties back into that. Everything's working for you, not against you. So a lot of times things are there to show you what you believe about yourself. So if you're going through bad circumstances, you might not see yourself as worthy. You might not see yourself as powerful or loved or, smart or capable of overcoming things. If you're nervous, anxious, fearful, you're you're reflecting the fact that you feel disempowered by your circumstances, when the truth is you're giving it that power to affect you that way. So it's really a lot of self-awareness and self-reflection within all these circumstances. It's just opportunity for you to change who you are. um, I always get what I want instantly, or I always get what I want fast. So again, we have this relationship with time where it's something that we either feel like it's running out, we don't have enough, or things take time, like we have to wait, and that's not the case. So shifting from the perspective of things taking time to things being instantly, you might have resistance if you believe that things have a level of difficulty depending on the desire, but there really is none. So again, that's something that's going to take practice of you telling yourself, I get everything that I want fast. I never have to wait for anything. I get everything instantly. Like, you're going to have to tell that story for a little while, just until it feels natural, or you just manifest it being natural. So you just say, it's natural for me to manifest instantly. It's natural for me to get everything that I want instantly. And just you normalize getting what you want in a quick amount of time. And tell yourself that story for like a week or two and allow it to really sink in to where you don't feel resistance or discomfort by just deciding to choose for time to be on your side. Like, I always have more than enough time. Everything's always working out in a timely fashion. Like, however you want to word it. Um, Anything is possible. Right now, you believe in the possibility of your failure. You believe in the possibility of you not having what you want, because if that's what you're living right now, it's a reflection of that concept about yourself and how life works for you. So even just saying anything is possible kind of covers all areas of your life, all desires, or all things. It opens you to all the possibilities that you weren't open to prior to coming into this idea of consciously creating the things that you want. Um, it's normal to have everything that I want. A lot of people don't have that experience, and obviously that could be why you're getting into this, to have those experiences of life and just enjoy it more. So even starting with that assumption, um, it helps you normalize the feeling of having what you want. So that means you won't have this resistance to doing whatever techniques to experience your desires, because eventually it'll be so normal that you won't even have to do anything. All the things that you want will automatically be coming to you without you even affirming for it. Things will come to you before you even need them, and then after the fact, you'll be like, oh, I needed that. And it's already set up that way to be synchronized with whatever you need at the right time, at the right place. But if you're not in that perspective or not in that expectation, you'll feel like you have to have a problem, and then there has to be a solution, and then there has to be a time that it takes for you to get in alignment with that solution, when it doesn't take steps. Manifestation is something that's timeless, it's effortless. So there is no order to how you have to do things. So that, just to say, like, you don't have to even do a technique to make something happen or to get into the state of having something in order for it to happen. Like, that's just something that we created to help us kind of understand more of the relationship of how we create things. But even that's not necessary, because after a while, even the idea of techniques becomes a little limiting, because people will easily forget that they're the ones who are giving power to the technique itself. Like, you are the technique. You decided that this was a permission slip that you wanted to give yourself for you to say, okay, I can have this thing. But you don't need it, because you're the one who is giving it energy. So if you're the source of everything, you just realize, like, well, how would I want things to go? I'd rather have everything just come to me without me having to do anything. Then you can just affirm that and start to see how things have always been that way for you, but you just were never really looking for it. So once you become conscious of the the way that you want things to be, or how things have always been but you just never recognized it, it becomes a little bit easier for you to say, you know what, this is natural, this is normal, and it doesn't matter how other people are experiencing these same things. I don't have to live that way. And just because everybody else around you isn't experiencing it, don't feel bad. Just know, like, you'll lead by example, and they'll be able to say, well, what's she doing so differently? Like, why is he so carefree? And everything just seems to work out for you. And once you start seeing people reflect that back to you, then you definitely know that it's solidified. But don't make that something that you need for validation. Just know, like, you are your own validation. Everything you're doing is for you. So it's really just about creating that energy of comfort, acceptance that all these things are true for you, and that you can do anything just by having the idea. It's already in the works for you to be successful at it. So those are just 7 assumptions that I found could be helpful to shift. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and just leave a comment which one you think you're going to reflect on and use in your situations. And I'll see you guys later.